Alright guys, this is the introduction to pneumatic props for Halloween, or just pneumatic props in general. I've been studying this for a little while now, about 2-3 months, to make sure I had the concept in my head right. It's really easy once you say, oh wait a minute, this goes like this, oh now it's making sense. But yeah, it's very easy to get into, and at the most, I'm saying for a nice animated prop with a controller, or animation in general, you could probably do it for about $200, and I'm going to teach you how to do it for without animation. I can teach you how to do it for about $100. With animation, I could teach you how to do it for about $170. Alright, let's start. First off, this is a 110 volt solenoid valve. Pretty simple, about 23 bucks. This is a 5-way 2-port, meaning it has 2 ports where the air leaves, where it switches back and forth. You got your air in from your compressor, and then your exhaust. And it's simple. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen these who has an air compressor. You use all your air tools and stuff. That's just going to go in your air intake. Alright, very simple. I'm going to put Teflon tape on it, but I'm going to just show you this right now. And then, if you go to any Hunt website or pneumatic site, they'll probably have these. These are called mufflers. They go where the exhaust ports are. Yes, they'll put a little bit resistance, which slows it down a little bit, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, you don't want to bash your cylinder up too much. So, you're going to have, I got 2 of them. You can also get speed control valves, which slow it down or regulate the speed of the cylinder head moving up and down. Anyway, so this is it. The most simplest thing in the world to understand, the way hopefully I'm explaining it. But you're gonna find these. These are called push-in fittings. They're cheap, 57 cents. And hold on, this one's a bit stiff. There it goes. And 57 cents. They're made out of plastic, and the concept is great. You get your tubing, right? This is 1/4 of an inch tubing. It's about 17 cents a foot. I got about 10 feet of it. You get it, and you just simply push it in, and it locks. How simple is that? And that's it. And to remove it, you just pull down this green tab, and then it pulls right out. Very simple. You need 2 of these for your valve, right? For this, that will go in here. Oops, that was a fail. They go in here. That's the wrong one. There we go. They basically go in here, and then your tubing that goes off to your cylinder is right here. Alright, this goes to your cylinder. These are your outlets. You're going to need 2 of these for your valve. Make sure it matches your valve. And then you got your exhaust, and then your air intake. Okay, enough of that. You're going to need 2 of these. And these will be for your cylinder. These are another 2 push valve fittings. Only problem is I ordered the wrong size. I got new ones on the way. These are too big. These would usually screw in your valve. This is a 2-way valve, so it's going to have 2. One at the bottom, one at the top. And, hold on. Basically what's going to happen is, this is basically just a director of air. It shows which way air should go. And this right here is the manual override for this switch. That way, if you don't have power, this is how you switch between A and B. And give me a sec, I'm getting my air compressor. You're gonna hear it switch between the 2. Hold on. Now, if you notice, A normally had air flowing through it. That's because this is normally open on A. You could probably switch it like that, and then it's normally open on B, but I want it on A. So, what happens is these valves go to these using these, right? So these would be screwed in to here, and then another one going towards the bottom, right? So the thing is, air's not naturally, but is going to be going through A, right? So the top of this cylinder, let me back up a little bit. The top of this cylinder, basically, is going to have air flowing through it. And if you understand how a cylinder works, it's basically a rod and then like a little gasket plunger in it. So if there's air going through it, it's going to naturally push the plunger down, and there's going to be air at the top part. When you switch it to B, air is now going to be going through the bottom part. Expanding air means the plunger is going to go up and open the cylinder. And then when it switches back to A, it's going to push it back down. And that is how a solenoid valve works. Very simple. Literally $33 for this whole setup right here. And I paid $20 for my cylinder on eBay. Teflon tape, should really have it. Very cheap. And then your air compressor, which I paid about 50 bucks. Very, very simple concept. A lot of people are afraid of it because, you know, they're like, wow, it's expensive and complicated. It's not that complicated. And there's so many controllers out there. Here, I'm going to just show you one controller on the internet because I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm going to. Now, this is called the, let me turn this light off, Animation Maestro 1 prop. It sells for $60. 60. So, that is pretty dang cheap. You can literally automate it for $60, and you can have this open, whatever, and have it pre-programmed. So when someone steps on a mat, which you can get for like 10 bucks, a mat or whatever you're going to trigger it by, it's going to activate, and then it's going to do a sequence. And that is basically the basics of pneumatics. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll answer them.